Hey and welcome, I'm Solo and this is ZN Gaming. In this video, I'll be going over how to set up multi-streaming with OBS and aitum. Multi-streaming has never been easier, and before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. Aitum released a plugin for OBS a little while ago to help with multi-streaming. It really never has been easier, so let's jump over to aitum.tv to grab that plugin. Once aitum loads up, all we're going to need to do is scroll down, and it's going to have three options here. There's the vertical plugin as well if you're interested in that. I do have a video covering that. If you would like to check that out, I'll leave a link in the video description below. And here is the aitum multi-stream. So all we're going to do is click on the download. This is just going to redirect us to a page and start the download automatically. If it doesn't, there is going to be, click here to start your download automatically. Now once it's downloaded, make sure you close OBS and just give it a click. And install it like any other application. Just go through the install process, click next, yes, install, next. It should only take a few minutes and then click finish. Once that's done, we can close the website. And all we're going to need to do now is launch OBS. When OBS loads up, if it doesn't show aitum multi-stream here somewheres in your docs, you are going to need to go to docs and go down through here and select your aitum multi-stream right here for it to show. I had to click this the first time I installed it, so there's something to keep in mind. You will have to look through the docs and click it on. So if you don't see anything different, that's how you would fix it. Now, if you're logged into OBS with Twitch already, this is going to automatically make Twitch your built-in stream, and that's definitely something I suggest you do because there is a couple of extra features that you will get with the VOD audio track. So if you're already stopping your music from being saved to your VOD, so you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't play any music at all, that probably won't be a problem. But if you are playing music or anything like that, I definitely suggest using Twitch as your built-in live stream. If you've used a stream key or YouTube, you won't have access to that there feature where you'll be able to have the VOD tracks. For this example, we're already logged into Twitch, so it made it the built-in one for me automatically. This is going to be perfect for us. If you have aitum vertical plugin installed, it will show the vertical streams as well. So you could stream to, let's say, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or any other platform like Facebook. If you're interested in checking that out, I have a video covering how to set up and install the aitum vertical plugin. It's going to be separate from this video, but I'll leave it down in the description below if you're interested in that. From here, all we need to do, down in aitum multi-stream, we can just go click on the settings cog right here, and it's going to load us up and say, welcome to aitum. And there's going to have a few options down here. Now, everything in your 16:9 format, so anything that's not in vertical format will count as your main output, and anything you're going to go to TikTok or Instagram or whatever streaming platform that you have vertical, you're going to add it as a vertical. So for me, I'm going to add YouTube as my second one, but you can pick from a whole bunch of different ones. When you click that, it's going to bring you to a spot that says main canvas. We're just going to click add output. Now this is going to give us Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Trovo, Twitter, Kick, and other services. The other services will be like an RTMP server. It'll probably give you some options to add some other things than the other ones here. But for us, we're just going to select YouTube. It's going to say your output name, YouTube output. We're just going to leave it like that. And it's primary YouTube ingest server. Now all we're going to need to do is get a YouTube stream key, and there's a spot right here where it says YouTube creator dashboard. This is going to lead you exactly where you need to go to get your stream key. Once that loads up, you can just click copy here for your stream key and paste it in this here box below. Once that's done, you can just click create output. Now you can add as many as you want. So if you're going to stream to 4 different platforms, you can add Kick, you can add multiple other ones here. Same as the vertical, you can add some vertical ones. The only problem is this here way of streaming is going to use bandwidth for each different stream. So if you're streaming at, let's say, 6 megabytes, it's going to be 6 megabytes times however many streams you're doing. So if you want different quality to YouTube, you can change that as well in the advanced settings. There's a main encoder, and you can change this here so that it's not using the same one as the stream, and the audio as well. This will give you the ability to change your options so that you can send a better quality stream to YouTube than what you're sending to Twitch. So that is something to check out as well. All you'll have to do is change it from the main encoder to use one of the other encoder options. Once you pick the other encoder option, you'll be able to go through and select all of the same options. You can change this here bitrate to 30,000, leave all the rest of the stuff alone, it looks fine, and click OK. Now when I go live on Twitch, it'll be in 6,000 kilobits, and when I go live on YouTube, it will be in 30,000 or in 30,000 megabits. So it'll be in 30 megabytes. So it'll be 30 megabytes, and that's going to use quite a bit of internet. So if that's a problem for you, Restream might actually be a better option. So that'd be worth checking out as well. Now, if you don't have a beefy computer or your internet's a little bit worse, I definitely suggest using the main encoder. This is just going to use the same encoder for all of your streams, so it's just going to be all the same settings. That's just a safer way to do it if you don't have a super beefy computer. It's going to use all the same one. And if your internet's not super good, I would just leave the bitrate the same on the both. That's really everything you needed to know, unless you're going to add a different one like Kick, but it's the same thing when you add Kick. You just have your output name, and you just need to get your Kick stream key, and that's really about it. You'll be able to add all three here and stream to all three at the same time. You can click OK. Now, if you're adding something to your vertical, it's going to be a tiny bit different. And what I mean by that is when you're adding your YouTube shorts, if you're streaming to YouTube and to YouTube shorts at the same time, every single time that you go live, every other time after that, you're going to have to remake your stream key, because YouTube essentially sees it as the same stream key, so you might have a few problems. And if you're trying to stream to TikTok, there's a way to do it, but it's a little bit wonky. You got to use like the TikTok Live Studio and add OBS as a virtual source to get it. I haven't really played with that, but that's just something, if you're interested in it, you can check it out. There is a few people that do cover how to do that. After that though, we're just going to click OK. And the last thing that we can go over is actually the Twitch audio. So if you have an audio source and you're playing some music on the side, you can go to settings, and if you're using Twitch as the built-in source, there's going to be a spot where you can go to the audio track and the video, the Twitch VOD track. So if you want to have more than one track, what you can do is you can remove the music from, let's say, track 2 in OBS. You'll be able to use track 2 as your VOD source, so whatever you're playing on track 1 won't be what's saved. That'll prevent you from getting copyright strikes. And if you're streaming to YouTube, I think this is super important. That'll give you the option to select the channel 2 audio inside the settings. So in the settings, in your main canvas, you can go to the audio and you can select track 2 in here, so that you never accidentally send music to YouTube, because they're going to shut your stream off instantly if you do that. So that is another thing, another caveat with YouTube. If you happen to send any kind of music at all, even if it's not copywritten, it's sometimes mistaken. It's going to shut your stream off immediately. So this is a way that you can set it up to be able to stop things like the music player from going here. And to do that, all you have to do is go into the advanced audio properties, and there's going to be little checkboxes over here where you can add things to track 1 and 2. So let's say that my mic 2 aux is the audio that's playing my music. So everything's on track 1, but on track 2, I only have my desktop and my mic, and I'm excluding, pretend this is the music. I don't have a music player added right now, but then only the things that are checkmarked for 2 will play on the second audio track. So that I think is really cool, and that'll prevent you from getting a strike over on YouTube. But that's really it for this one here. Do keep in mind that the more streams that you do have going, the more it's going to cost you in internet. And if you change any of the settings, it is going to use more encoders. If you want a different bitrate for each one, so each one is going to stack a different encoder, which is going to use twice as much resources. I would leave them the same for now if you don't have super good internet. And keep in mind that each one is still going to use 6 megabits if you're using a 6000 bit rate. If you're using a 2500 bit rate and you're having problems with your internet, streaming to 2 places at the same time is going to be a little bit rough. And like I said before, Restream.io will allow you for free to stream to 2 separate platforms, and it's only going to cost you the internet of 1. Because what you're doing is you're sending it to that server, and then they're sending it out to the other 2. So they do that work for you, so you don't have to send it multiple times. In this here plugin, this is going to send out a separate one for each stream. So this is going to be 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, where Restream doesn't do that. It's only going to be one stream to Restream, and that's going to be it. They're going to work with the rest, and they're going to split it up for you. So that's something to keep in mind. And now if you're streaming to 4 different places, it might be worth actually paying for Restream. It is free if you're only doing to 2 different platforms, but if you're going to stream to 4 and you don't have the internet, it might be worth checking out. But that's it for this one here. If you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching. Bye.